When we come into a new year, the clock is set to 0. Some years ago, I was leading a team. It was a team of 10, and we were known for producing just amazing results. And while I'd love to be the one to take credit for it, it was those folks working together that were able to produce what was essentially 10x results. The question we often got was, how do you guys do it? And the funny thing was we looked like we were having a lot of fun a lot of the time, which was also kind of interesting. And when asked that question, I think what I came back to them is that we were regularly and consistently slowing down to check in, to see what was going on, so that we actually knew how to make better decisions and better align our efforts. The result of that was kind of a form of almost magic. The team was able to do things in such a way that they felt energized. As I said, it was fun, and we had a good time. So I share that story so that you, as a leader, know that you too can slow the action down. Give the team some time and space to understand how best to achieve the goals. There's actually a good chance that when you're given that opportunity, you may find that there's more joy in the work and that the outcomes just simply are better. So this is about charting a course for the year to come. But before we go jumping into anything and making plans and actions, there's a few things you can do to actually be ready. The first thing is, have you taken time to truly reflect on the prior year, on the things that really worked? What would you like to bring forward? What was one leadership attribute that really served you and your team? In what periods of the year were you able to rest and recharge? The thing is that the temptation to begin to act and move right away is pretty strong. But more importantly, what we want to do is learn to operate from positions of strength. A mentor of mine once said, "The world will never move slower than it does today." And there's probably some truth to that. But the thing is, you can be more ready for that than ever before. So personally, you would ask yourself, what insights do I want to carry forward from last year? And you also want to gather the team and ask them the same question. What is it that really worked? And that can be things that were management related, which were metrics. It can also be leadership related, which were mindset and style. What worked really well in the past is something we want to know that we can carry forward. And maybe there's some learnings as well of things that we knew that didn't work. A lot of the time, the things that I notice are that we're either not measuring the right things and aligned around the right objectives, or we have leadership style that even if the objectives were correct, we just couldn't seem to get our energy motivated in the right direction. So those are the two areas that I think of as the most important starting points before we actually do any planning. Then, if we like what we've learned and we have great insights to carry forward, the next step is actually to start building some alignment. Building alignment is actually easier said than done. There are so many competing priorities in today's organizations. So how can you make it as simple as possible as a leader? Who do you need to speak with first, and what do you need to align your goals to? And then, how can you bring forward your leadership style so that the team feels motivated, engaged, and inspired to go after these new challenges? There's a lot. So that's part of the reason we want to really slow down to go fast. In that sense, taking a really big pause for a minute before we hit the starting line of the new year is super duper important. And ask your team, how do they want to lead this year? What is going to bring them the energy that's going to make this a lot more fun and bring the impact the team needs?